Now, South Africa's unemployment crisis is getting worse, but who is suffering the most? On this video today, I want to cover that for you because according to the latest data coming from Stats SA, it's not looking very good to, of course, black people in this country. So stick around as we break down the figures, or as I will be breaking down the figures based off the latest data from Stats SA. You will know that whatever I say here are just my opinions based on some of the reports that I get. Otherwise, with that, welcome here to another awesome video. Like I said, on this video, I want to talk about the unemployment stats in South Africa, but also covering the groups suffering the most, which is something that is very interesting, and it should be important for all South Africans to know where this is currently sitting at. So like this video, subscribe, and let's get back to the video. Now, the data from Stats SA shows that SA unemployment rate is now sitting at 33.2, which is one of the highest in most countries in the world. This is something that is not good at all, and we want to look on this video, like I said, deeper onto massive disparities across age, gender, and race, which is very important. I mean, unemployment rate in Q1 was at 32.9%, which was up from the 31.9% in Q4 of last year. And seeing now unemployment rate even growing to 33.2% in quarter two, it's something that is not good at all, because it means that some of the South Africans are officially unemployed or have lost their jobs. I mean, this thing that of unemployment, it's so serious, guys. I received a call from someone in the last 2 weeks asking assistance financially because they just recently lost a job and now they don't even have money to go back home or to come back home. They are working somewhere in Durban and they want to travel back in Joburg to their home, and they do not have that money to come back because it has been tough. Before they were officially released from their employment, there were a couple of months where they were not getting their salaries. Some months they were not getting their full salaries, which that led into that person not starting to also tapping onto their savings or their savings, hoping that things will get better in the company, or hoping that they will get other opportunities elsewhere, which those opportunities never came. And when I saw these figures, honestly, guys, it came to my mind to say that, look, man, things are not looking so good too when you look into the unemployment. Remember, unemployment in a country, if it's too high, it triggers so many things. The reason why, or the primary reason why there is high crime rate in South Africa is because of unemployment. People are not working, and at the end of the day, they need to eat, they need to dress, and that leads into people doing things they are not supposed to be doing, which leads into the crimes that's also going up. So crime is directly proportional to unemployment. If unemployment goes down, chances are very high that also the crime rate in South Africa will also go down. So this 33.2% that was reported in Q2 simply means that 8.3 million of South Africans are without jobs right now as I'm doing this video, or as of Q2, which is not good at all. Now, going to look at race, looking at these unemployment figures that just came for quarter two, it appears that unemployment on black people or African people, it's even higher than this 33.2%, because that graph, which by the way I got it, this was the information shared by the SABC, it is at 37.1%. So black people who are unemployed in terms of the figures surpasses the average unemployment rate in South Africa, which is something that is not good, because 37.1% and the overall is 33.2%. It's something that is not good. Colored people, 24%, that is their unemployment rate, and Indians is 15%, white it's 8.2%. Now, you will notice that there's not a lot of white people that are unemployed here in South Africa, right? They are just 8.2%, which again shows the gap between 37% and 8%. It means that there's still a huge gap between these races, right? Even Asian or Indian, most of them are having decent jobs, or they are working, earning a salary, but majority of the group on this on unemployment in South Africa are blacks. Black people are still suffering. Most of them are still not having jobs, which is why I was also sharing that story of a person that called me wanting assistance because they lost their job. This is the latest data, and now the sectors that were impacted the most, that led into so many job losses, is trade, right? Trade saw job losses of 194,000. Now, this one, you can also link it with obviously the tariffs that Trump has been imposing. It is clear, I can tell you now that though we have not really seen the actual impact of the 30% tariffs that kicked in from the 1st of August, I can tell you that this is going to be the industry that will still face some serious hit from the tariffs. Remember, before the 30%, we're already succumbing to the 10% which was introduced back in April. Otherwise, the second industry is construction, which saw job losses of 119,000. This is something that is not good, right? I mean, this, you will know that industry also leads, it simply means that there are not so many construction jobs that are taking place in the country, and this ends up making people losing jobs, because companies, for them to keep people, they need to be having jobs, and this simply means that, of course, the jobs in construction are coming down because the opportunities for various companies becoming slim, right? Now, private and households saw job losses of 68,000. This, again, it's directly, I mean, if I've got a helper in my house and I lose a job, then there's no reason why I need to continue keeping the helper, or there's no reason I would need also an assistant. In terms of also the business, if my business it's losing or it's not making as much money as possible, there's no need, I will need some of the resources, PA and all that, because I will have to do, or I'll have to become a jack of all trades, trying to cover the cost of not getting enough money or enough projects, or even suffering a job loss. These are some of the sectors or spaces that saw massive job losses in South Africa. But again, I must say, people that are suffering the most in terms of race are black people, right? The government really needs to pull up their socks. I don't know how many times this has been said, and make sure that there are opportunities that will bring down this unemployment rate below even 30%. I mean, this gets worse, right? I mean, youth unemployment from 15 to 34 is currently sitting at 46.1%. So this simply means that almost half of them are without jobs. And some of them, I can tell you now, went to schools, went to varsities and graduated, but they don't have jobs. This is something that is not good at all. I mean, it's bad, right? I mean, for 15 to 24, for age 15 to 24, it's also even worse there, because it's 62.4%. This means that nearly 2/3 of young people can't find work, which is something that is not good at all. But anyways, this video, I just thought, when I got that information, I thought maybe I should just cover this on this channel, because it's very important. Unemployment is a serious concern, or it's a serious issue in this country that must be dealt with by government. Government must offer job opportunities. Government must make sure that there is enough infrastructure development that will then hire people to go in and build this infrastructure in preparation also of what's coming. I mean, there is a G20 summit coming in November, and I thought Q2, Q3, there will be a lot of job opportunities as we are preparing for the other government leaders, or the other international government leaders or country leaders coming in South Africa. But that is not the case. It looks like things are not good at all. But hopefully things will get better. Hopefully, let's pray for things to get better. But for me, that is all that I wanted to share. Tell me what you think. Like this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll see you on the next one, and God bless you all.